Hey, this is BrindeWolf.
And I'm Lunaria.
You're listening to Rise Awakenings, part of the Rise Radio Network where advice meets action.
We're here to spark your growth, lift your spirit, and help you crush your potential.
Rise Awakenings, hear the call. Through the static, we break the wall. Your station, your voice where dreams awaken. Rise Awakening, now is the time. Rise Awakenings, let's rise together.
I think. Yes, there we go. All right. My computer's a little bit slower than usual. I don't know why. Maybe it's because, all right, I pulled from the Shaman's Dream Oracle this week. It's one of my newer decks, and it has such an amazing take on things, especially right now. Because right now, we're in a perfect storm, don't you think? Some turbulent times going on right now. And as much as we'd like to point to the things going on in the external world, we won't. This is just a manifestation of what's going on inside so many all at once. Bring it to a personal place. What storms are going on in your life right now that are affecting how you view the world around you? What are you holding back from jumping into? What dreams are you not seizing because you don't see how capable you are? The storms of the mind can prevent us from seeing what it is that we could be doing. Now, did you notice the hints of peacock feathers atop the wings of the raven? Might have just thought that it was a trick of color to make them clearer to see in front of the setting. Or without thought, just noticed that they were a bit brighter than the rest. The point is that when we get caught up in storms and watching too much of what we don't need fly by our mind's eye, we miss the details that matter most. In the center of every major storm, this is a space that we can sit and observe all the things around us and discern what we choose to save. Or is it chase? I think I meant that right the first time. And what we leave. Then we got fool's embrace. The pain of life is sometimes unbearable. When we're in it, we think that pain, that loss, that betrayal will always be woven through our continuity of existence. We're kept hostage by the way we identify with the pain and what we make it mean. If we let it, it becomes etched into us like a tattoo. Many will ink their skins with memorials and reminders of what they've been through, bringing the internal scars into permanent scarification, perhaps to befriend the pain they've experienced instead of trying to bury it. Not to say that everyone should run to the nearest parlor and get ink, but it is easy to say that sometimes the easiest way to get through pain is to face it and befriend it. Let it help you to remember what you've gotten through and where it brought you. Did that broken heart teach you more about compassion than you would have known otherwise? It's not the most pleasant teacher in the world, but perhaps the most authentic to lean into, if you want. Then we have cosmic womb. How would you handle being told that you aren't actually going through rough times right now? That all of this has a purpose as you are connecting to and in the process of becoming who you were meant to be. Perhaps I should pause a moment so those thoughts can come forth of argument. What if you were in a gestation period of sorts right now, releasing all that you've been through so that the emergence can actually happen? What if this were just a call for you to be gentle with yourself as you're maneuvering through life? So many what ifs when in a state where things feel stagnant and dry, unmoving. But rest assured, things are moving. Pathways are being formed in your life for you to move you down based on every decision you make. And like the image of the fool in the fetal position, like the last card had, preparing to emerge into a new you, the one that you've been waiting for. We saw this last week on Brendel's Vision, the Horseman. This is going to directly address how the outside world is affecting you and the effect you can have on it. Want to fight? Argue that you're right. Want to lay down arms? Be the first. Want things to change? Don't give in to the distractions that are being presented from every angle. Choose carefully, directly, and sometime painfully who you are going to ride with, listen to, and align with. Change can only happen when it's allowed, not when it's forced. We want more peace in the world, but we won't bring it if we aren't living it. Arguing our points endlessly, trying to prove that our way is the correct one. Yeah, this card is talking to me too. A reminder that it's quite easy to fall into ego when feeling deeply about something, taking things too personally, and using that resentful feeling as fuel to try to promote change. What's missed in that is that it's more of the same that we're wanting to change. Live it, speak it, be it. It matters. And finally, empty well. Stop diminishing yourself for the sake of another. Second time in less than a week that this message has come up, and the overall message of the week. Realizing that you are more abundant than you have given yourself credit for. But the problem is that the walls of your personal trust fund are a bit bare from constantly giving to others. There hasn't been enough time or grace given to rest and replenish. Constantly on the move, thinking we gotta do. Otherwise, we're being lazy and not doing our part. People pleasing to fill a gap doesn't replenish. Thinking you're not worth taking time for yourself doesn't replenish. We could go on with that one, but you get the point. No point in beating a dead horseman on that idea. Take care of you. An empty well sits with dry walls waiting for groundwater to seep through or rains to refill. And if you struggle to dig yourself out just so you can perform for others, you'll find that this eventually takes its inevitable toll. Some heavy and argumentative metaphors given in this reading today. Before making arguments in your mind or towards anyone else, let them seep into your subconscious and allow it to guide you away from the negative. You deserve everything you want, but you can't do it from an empty well.
Because I don't get to do the messengers usually because I'm already off into La La Land.
She's decompressing from her 3:30 a.m. rising. Usually.
I'm already off to Never Never Land.
She'd be like,
right. It's okay. I napped this afternoon. We're good.
well, I hope so, because guess what?
Is it my turn?
Tag.
Wait till you see how these tie in together. Oh my God. Okay. So the first card that popped out, and I actually didn't pre-pull these. I pulled these when I was talking to Michka before the show and just letting the cards fly out. The first one that flew out was the Ten of Swords. I don't know if you can see that. There it is, the Ten of Swords. And you could see that she's walking away from something. And I'm just going to read to you the quick blurb here. Painful endings, crisis, being stabbed in the back, an opportunity to find deep healing, an opportunity to find hope and resiliency. Maybe you're still resisting the inevitable, maybe not wanting to let go of negative emotions. Maybe you're at rock bottom. Maybe you're rooted in a narrative in lack of and helplessness. Maybe you suffered a devastating loss and there's recovery that's needed. That is so in alignment with what Michka pulled, because I think for a lot of people, the shit's been hitting the fan and it's been really rough. There's been a lot of stuff that we have had to go through and have had to navigate through. And maybe finally we're walking away from all of that story, all of those things that are holding us back. And the second card that came out upside down was that competition card. And this is the Five of Wands. And that indicates that you were surrounded with competition, with conflict, with challenges. I think this is an opportunity to collaborate. It's an opportunity to rise above areas that are no longer resonating with you and aligned with you. Leave behind the discord, leave behind the strife, leave behind the arguing with people who are incapable of understanding you. Give yourself an opportunity to release yourself from these old stories, walk away from them, walk away from the people and the competition and the lack of connection and communication that's stable. Okay, so this is what time it really is. I look at this card as a nostalgia card, but it's so much more than that. So what I'm taking from this, because one of the things that the Six of Cups talks about, which is a great segue into, well, what do I do once I walk away? What am I supposed to do? And how do I handle these people? How do I know how to move forward? One of the things that spoke out to me that this card is known for is the inner child and the future self. That stuck out to me because this is an opportunity to stop lamenting and hanging on to past stories and, wallowing in what was and whatever the things are that you're trying to move beyond. And give yourself an opportunity to reparent that inner child. Give yourself an opportunity to walk yourself through what that little person inside of you needed all of those times it got damaged by the trauma and it took on all those hits. So this is a reparenting time, rebirth time. Let's validate yourself. Let's give ourselves all the things that all this stuff brought into our lives. Let all that shit go and give yourself a chance to teach yourself something new and be that advocate for yourself that you didn't have when you needed it. Because at the end of the day, when we go through all of this stuff and we see things from a different perspective and we aren't on the same page of what's no longer aligned or resonates with us, we feel a little lost. We feel a little like we're reflecting on the past, we're this, we're that. The important piece is, how do we move through it and implement new things going forward? That really begins and ends with you soothing that inner child that's there waiting for you to advocate for it and to be the champion for it that you didn't have when you were a kid or when you were going through any of that other trauma that you were going through. Okay, so that's where you need to start focusing your energy to give back to yourself and to pull yourself into a different situation. And the fourth card that came out was the Page of Cups. This one cracks me up because it's got like, hey, when pigs fly kind of thing. His head's half in the clouds, but it's, you know what I mean? His body's in the clouds. And then there's like this little heart in the ocean behind him. There's all kinds of stuff going on. And let me I need to read you both on this one. So when we get stuck in these kinds of hamster wheels, we end up distracting ourselves. So I like this card for that because it's also reminded us to recenter ourselves. So this one talks about a dreamer, serendipity, creativity, new unexpected trajectories, magic and synchronicity, an open and joyful heart, sensitivity, naivety and romance, being motivated by innovative ideas. Also, missing the signs, being overly sensitive, displaying childish emotions and blocked creativity. Okay, so that last part, that happens because of all the stuff that you went through. When you start parenting your inner child, you're going to need to start getting your creative juices flowing. You're going to need to start connecting with who you are. You're going to need to start giving yourself an opportunity to become more grounded and rooted here and now so that you're not dissociating and avoiding what needs to be faced. Give yourself the kindness that you would give a child. So like I love the Page of Cups for this. It's whimsy almost because it tells you to remember the magic that you are, and it tells you to bring you back to your center. Your center is your inner child. That's who you are at your core. You're at your purest, at your most vulnerable, and that is pure love. So it's a call to return to the pure love by loving yourself on the inside and nurturing your needs on the inside, and walking away from and recognizing what the discord is and what the old stories that are that you're telling yourself. And I asked the cards also, what do you need to focus on first in order to get yourself to the next place? And this one ties right into that empty well. Give. One of the best feelings we can experience is giving to others. When we do so, we feel lifted and our lives improve greatly because of someone else's happiness. Think of one way you can give to another every day. So, what does that have to do with you nurturing your inner child? Well, when you're giving from your heart and it's pure, and you're giving to people who are more aligned and resonate with you and your purpose and your mission, you unlock something inside of your heart that helps you see the hope, helps you see it just brings out the creativity in you. It makes you want to do more. It's motivating. It's self-inspiration. You give yourself the gift of being the giver, and the gift is the receiver, and how that is something that is coming from your heart-centered space, that is with intention and with conscious awareness of how to help another human being. So that type of giving is free. That type of giving comes from your heart. That type of giving doesn't cost anything. You don't have to purchase it. Sometimes it could be just your time, a listening ear, a compliment you throw someone with context of why you believe that compliment to be true. That's the gift. And going an extra mile to be extra considerate and thoughtful of all of those around you that are more in alignment with you, so that you're pouring into the areas in your life that you want to expand upon, that you want to grow and bring more of into your life. So it starts with that giving. And I want you to, before you start giving externally, giving internally to yourself, okay? The externally allows you to feel a certain kind of way to get the ball rolling, but I want you to bring it inside before we go back out. And when we bring it inside, we're going to give gratitude to ourselves for carrying ourselves through that fight or flight response we had, that nervous system response we have, through all of that stuff that we experienced. We made it. We friggin' made it. Ugly, messy, whatever, it doesn't matter. We made it. We're here now. Give yourself gratitude for seeing the writing on the wall, for seeing the disrespect, for seeing the discord, for seeing you don't need to be part of that competition, for seeing all the things that you've walked away from, that you've endured, that you understand isn't aligned for you. And give yourself gratitude for nurturing that little child within in a way that you wished you were nurtured, giving it all that love, compassion, and attention that you needed to give. Okay. And then we can bring it back out because we feel better about ourselves as a human being. Let's all be giving. Okay.
Yes.
You can't make this shit up.
Nope. I know something else I can't make up.
What's that?
Next Monday. I'm gonna tease him right now.
Okay, let's do it.
Next Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Right back here.
Yes.
Maybe on my Twitch, actually. I don't know if it's going to be on this Twitch or my Twitch. We'll decide later.
Okay.
But Reb D, She got her own show coming next Monday. And we decided on a title today.
Yes, we did.
And it's going to be called
The Bloom. From Chaos to Clarity with Rev D. Yes, come
Coming
join
your
me
way.
over there.
Yeah.
That it's going to evolve with us because we're going to navigate through what that's going to look like and sound like. I might pull cards, I might not. I don't know. I'm going to pick a topic and I'm going to ask you to ask me a question about where you struggle with that topic in your own life, and I'm going to bring some clarity into that chaos for you. Or if nobody has any questions, I'm just going to talk about that topic until something comes up for you that might be of interest. So it might be a little more vulnerable and personal. I'll bring my personal stories in, and it might be a little more edgy. So I might be saying things that I don't normally share because I like to keep it light and fluffy and vague, and I might not do that this time. We're going to get real.
She was
Oh, yeah.
getting light and nerdy in the background. She
Oh,
really
yeah.
was. She was having a great time.
Because I was getting all white and nerdy and I was getting all bad boy or whatever.
Bless your heart. That was so much fun.
That was awesome.
Oh, well, it's that time where I say whatever is about to come through. So
Okay.
I'll see you in a few minutes.
Okay.
Wow. Shift gears there. What a week, huh? Lots happened since last week. I don't need to bring up details. You know them. You know what they are. But I do want to talk about a parallel that many, including myself, may be facing right now. Authenticity and alignment. Regardless of where your beliefs are in things happening in the world. You find out very quickly who you're aligned with and who you're not. People that you may have known for years and thought that you were aligned the whole time and nothing was ever going to tear you apart, and then something happens. And your views are so extraordinarily different. But that one moment eliminates it. And you feel the pain. You feel that void on top of what you're already feeling from what you've been observing. It hurt. And I know I'm not just speaking for myself. And the only reason that I'm bringing that up is because it is a direct reflection of what happens when you choose to step into your authenticity of who you really are, what you are in alignment with, what your beliefs are, how you want to lead your life, what your calling is. That's what it feels like. And that's real time opportunity to see. Sometimes it happens quickly, sometimes it happens slowly, so it's not even felt. But a lot of times when you step into your authenticity of who you actually are, you will see a very large departure of people in your life. Because all of a sudden, they don't know who you are. You are now no longer fitting the image that they placed over you. And you're left standing there, what did I do? And a lot of times, This very feeling causes a lot of people to lose their authenticity and to give in and go back, making the process longer, drawn out, starting over. But you get to. You get to make that choice. It's not an easy one. To stand up and step into who you are. This isn't about belief systems. This isn't about government bullshit. This is about you. Who you want to be, the type of world you want to live in. And you playing a role in that. And we've seen the ripple effect from one event into another and another. How that can just alter it. Alter everything around you. So when you make that one reclamation, when you make that bold decision to step into your authenticity with no apologies, you will see that ripple effect take place. It's worth it. It's hard as hell. But it's worth it. And if we limit ourselves thinking that there are only so many choices that we can make, then it takes longer. There's only one option: stepping into who you are. Whatever millions of ways that may manifest. So be gentle with yourselves, especially right now.
That's a much needed reminder. Thank you for that.
Welcome.
Yeah, we have to maintain our authenticity through our storms that surround us. And there are going to be storms that surround us, because when we start to pay attention to what really is authentic to us and aligning ourselves with that, then absolutely it's going to rock somebody else's world. Just stand firm. And I see that
And somebody is crashing the party.
Pay attention to what
I did crash the party. That was an amazing. Oh, I should probably turn off the sound on. I'm listening to Diane talk. I went, wait, she's not talking.
I'm like,
you're still talking.
me?
Yes, I came in because first of all, that was one of the most amazing things I've heard from you, I think, ever. It was. And yeah, I'm gonna cry. It's been a rough
I
day.
can feel it because my eyes are sweating now.
So I came in, Diane, because I know it's getting like late for you. So if you want me to step in, I can at any point. However, after he just said all that, I would really like for you to do the talk tonight.
So I want to continue what Michka talked about with the authenticity, especially now because of everything that's fallen apart, and the tower and all the things that have shown themselves that don't resonate with you. Now more than ever, it's time to reevaluate your work, your thought patterns, your behaviors, how you actually feel about things when triggers come up, especially, post holiday, post whatever's happening in the world. It's the perfect time to step into the reevaluation stage of this journey, of this part of the journey, because that's really the only way to figure out who you truly are and what really resonates with you. Is you have to continuously just look at everything around you and decide, how do I really feel about this? And when things come up again and you're dealing with the same people, how do I want to show up this time? How am I going to show up this time that's going to be a little bit healthier for me than the last time? We have to try things on. We don't really, this is kind of a process that evolves as you go along. So you really have to remind yourself through the entire process to maintain that level of compassion for yourself and understanding and empathy for yourself along the way, because you don't want to judge yourself or shame yourself for anything that, oh, well, I should have did this or I could have done that. Every time you try something new and different, if it isn't well received, or if it didn't go as planned, or if it didn't have the effect that you wanted it to, you have to let all that stuff go. I'm telling you a lot of have to's. I don't mean to tell you what to do, but I'm offering you suggestions to alleviate some of the pressure that we tend to put ourselves through in this thing that seems insurmountable of authenticity. We're like, but I am being authentic. Are you though? Are you speaking truth, thinking truthfully, acting truthfully? So it's not a matter of looking at yourself from a critiquing standpoint. It's looking at yourself from a standpoint of, is this really working for me? Is this making me feel good? Is it adding value to my experience? How do I respond to these people? Is it continuing the old story that is keeping me in fear and blocking me from my own abundance and moving forward, blocking me from seeing my value and my worth? So that reevaluation stage right now is going to make sure that you do your best to become as authentically you as you can in every moment. And I say in every moment because it is a process. It's never ending. There's no end game to this. It's only a continuous growth and evolution and a continuous improving of your experience, improving of who you are as a person, bringing you every time you evaluate and shift into more of a state of peace within your heart, within yourself, within your surroundings, no matter what the chaos is around you. Because Lordy knows we all got drama. We all got family drama. We all got political drama. We all got whatever kind of drama that just shows up in our experience to show us what we don't like and what we do like, and to give us an opportunity to practice the new and healthier ways of existing that are going to nurture our spirit and align us with our authenticity. So keep yourself open, keep your heart open to the reevaluation stage, and make sure you're not going into it with any kind of judgment, and ask yourself, if, when in this reevaluation, am I limiting myself? Am I hanging on to limiting beliefs? Is this helping me move forward in life? Does this add value to my experience? Does this bring me joy? You know, I wish we could throw out our house bills and not have to pay bills. That would bring me joy, but that's not how life works. So am I doing things to assist myself in the dailies that are required for this experience? How am I joyfully assisting myself, and how am I aligned with things that are going to make my experience easeful, with ease and kindness towards myself? Truth is the way to that authenticity. Authenticity and truth go hand in hand. Truth is the highest vibration. That is your God frequency. Okay, the truth shall set you free. And the truth is necessary for that authenticity. So be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself with compassion as you reevaluate to bring. And we're still in the beginning of the year. This, like, throw out the idea of resolutions, because that's just temporary shit. And instead insert continuous reevaluation all year long for the rest of your life. It's not painful when you see yourself through the eyes of love and compassion. And when you align yourself with actions and behaviors and thoughts that feel safe to you, that relax your nervous system, that bring you inner peace. Okay. Yes, we can all handle the truth, Rock and Cherry. We can. And these cards that we got with all the stuff that's working around us, it's us shedding light on what isn't working. It's not that we have struggles and challenges, and that, yes, there are, but they're there for us to illuminate what we need to see is working or not working. So now's your time to really focus on who you truly are to you. Who do you choose to be? Make sure you're not being who your family tells you to be. Make sure you're not being who your teachers told you to be. Make sure you're not being anyone but who you truly are, and allow yourself permission to try different things to see if it fits and it feels right, because you don't know what you don't know unless you try it out. So it's a process, and sometimes it could take years. So there's no timeline on this. Just allow yourself to be open to finding that authenticity within you. Okay? You got this. We got this. We all got this. I hope that helps. Did that help?
That was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike is lost.
Come
Maybe
on.
Mike. There he is.
She's trying to produce.
Me? Do anything? I didn't do anything. Oh,
She's
except for
Mike.
accidentally put a banner up and went, oh, that was not how you respond to somebody in this app. Because I'm not on my computer, I'm on my iPad, and I don't really know, I haven't really done it on here before, or at least in a long time, and it's not quite the same, and I'm like, oh, wait, that's not how you reply. Oops.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
As said in their chat, as today I will have a daily resolution. Today I will do my best to be authentic to me.
That's it. That's really all that you need to do. And that's really the big secret. Just be yourself. It's not a trending thing.
Yeah.
But the be yourself is really an inside job. That's on the inside. What feels safe to me? What feels like it's bringing me forward in life?
And then it would be so easy if we stopped on a daily basis and did that, and then at the end of the day thought about it. What did I do anything today? What can I look at? Was there something that I could do some work on? If we did that on a daily basis, and please don't feel pressured. I'm not trying to pressure anybody, but if we got into a habit of doing that on a daily basis, it wouldn't be so hard to catch up with everything that we just did for a year.
Yeah. You can do that on a daily basis when you build the momentum to do so. And the momentum starts as simply as when you remember to do that, and you do it compassionately without judgment.
Right.
You just do it. And then you start remembering more often, and then it becomes part of your habit. So don't put a timeline on when you do it daily. Just do it when you remember. That's how you start.
Yeah. In fact, this is something I shall be attempting to do. That's why I said I don't mean to add pressure, but I'm just saying this is something I'm going to attempt to start doing more myself.
Because when you put the pressure of I have to, I need to, I gotta do. When you put that on top of your shoulders, when you're already stressed and trying to figure everything else out, how effective do you think that's going to be?
Right. No.
Yeah. Not very effective.
I like what Polly Jamish just said. I'm doing what I can in order to sleep soundly at night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Celebrate a win at the end of your day. And anything else that you didn't get to, say to yourself, I can't do this right now. I need rest. So I need to quiet myself. Sometimes I scream it to my guides personally, but
Fred,
it does work. It does work if you give yourself the space and the permission to, at the end of a busy-minded day, especially for those who have trouble sleeping because their minds won't shut up. There is nothing that you can do in this very moment. It is late. Nothing is open. Nobody is awake that I can call and get this rectified. So let's calm down and sleep. So tomorrow we can pick up where we left off.
And for the neurospices with that busy mind, please allow yourself permission to listen to something in the background on your phone or on the TV or whatever works for you. Have something to keep that busy mind focused on something that can just occupy it as you drift off into sleep. So it could be, you know, listening to David Attenborough talk about, and here we have that, you know, like the cheetah. Do whatever is going to keep this focused on something other than all the stuff that keeps your mind awake.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'll be laying there thinking, oh, Lord, she drives me crazy.
The white noise. I heard something recently about green noise was real good for that too.
Listen,
Especially if you have a real neurospicy.
Use any color of the rainbow, don't matter. Whatever works for you, just
I don't
do
know
it.
that I don't know the difference between them. I'm like, it's just
I have no
static
idea.
key stuff. I don't really know.
Yes. And
I thought Jonathan did too.
I didn't see it. If he did, just remind us in the chat, Jonathan, and we'll get you in the next round.
Jonathan.
Chat kind of flew during that last set, so I might have missed it. All right, so Stephanie, we're going to hear from Alchemy of Awareness, and I'm just doing single cards since we're flying on time. Divine Harmony. Have you been nourishing one part of yourself while starving the rest? Maybe your mind is on overdrive while your body aches for movement and care. Perhaps you chase approval and applause, but leave your spirit feeling unseen. Balance doesn't come from doing more. It comes from tending to what's been neglected. It's time to honor and nurture your wholeness. And right now, I know where that resonates because you have been very stagnant with being able to move and with a lot of body issues, not to mention the cold. So it's trying to find that harmony and that balance has been a little bit difficult for you right now. And it's leaving you a little bit, what do I do? I need to do something. I don't know what, and it's, the idol is in need of an oil change. If I were to compare it with a car, the idol needs an oil change. And that's what I got.
wow. Wow. Let's see what you need to work on next, what you need to focus on in order to help you get to the next place. I love these cards for that because these cards are really specific in what you need to focus your attention on. So we've got two. We've got pivot and reassess. Wow. The pivot card is saying sometimes when things aren't falling into place after trying and trying, it's time to ask yourself if pivoting in some way would be a good idea so that your life can flow more easily and effortlessly. How could you pivot even just a little bit? And the reassess says you're being asked to take stock in your life and let go of anything or anyone that no longer makes you happy. Notice who and what bring you joy and who and what don't. It's time for some life cleanup. I think that aligned with the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, and I got the Nine of Wands. Yeah, so just you got your guard up and you're defensive, but we know why. We can understand that. So
yeah. Pivot.
Right?
pivot away from that.
Did you pull for John?
I got him one. Yep, I got him. Oh well, I went ahead and got Karen too. So where
You did go ahead and get Karen's. Okay, because I have Karen's out. I don't have Jonathan's.
Okay.
All right, Karen. We have Distant Devotion. This is one of my favorite cards so far of this deck. God, that image. You don't have to be everywhere to prove your love, and sometimes the highest choice is absence. Choosing yourself isn't selfish, even if others don't understand. You're not here to contort for comfort or perform closeness to make others feel at ease. Let your energy ripple from the quiet places where no one can see you, but everyone feels you. You are allowed to love from afar. I don't need to add to that.
Karrie, you go.
Okay, while Diane finishes shuffling, you're getting into your Queen of Pentacles energy though. That's practical. You know, that's a good place to be, thinking about, that's not just about finances, but being practical in all the areas of your life at this time.
Now, the card that popped out was protect. You're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. It's important, though, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection in place. That's always good advice.
Yeah, it is. And when we come back from the next set, we will get Jonathan and I believe Polyjammers is next. Okay. All right. So we will get those two, and then we will have two more slots after the.
All these beautiful voices, all these beautiful faces. I'm loving every minute of it.
Me too. Me too. I love you guys, and oh my God, the talent in Rise Radio and Rise Radio Network is just amazing. It really
is. Sorry.
Yeah.
You didn't see that.
It's past her bedtime, so she's starting to yawn.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said you can take off if you need to.
I might.
I have to say one thing.
We're almost there. We're almost there.
And I just want to say one quick thing. I didn't give a talk, but after Alan's song, I just have to say one thing to everybody. As hard as it is sometimes, forgive the people in your life for yourself, for your own peace.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Jonathan, step forward, friend, because we need to talk about the uncaged voice. I can't think of a more appropriate call out for you. Let sound set you free. Sing, chant, groan, wail, liberate the noises buried beneath your silence. This isn't about melody. It's about medicine. Feel the release as the vibration of your voice cracks open what's been clenched. Let the sound move through you, primal and raw. We know it does anyway, but we're telling you again. Scream if you need, moan if you must. Listen to the stillness that follows. That quiet is your truth echoing back. Speak it, sing it, set it free.
Wow.
And we know that you have been playing with your vocal talents. Now let's hear you.
I think you're gonna. After I pulled 3 before we only playing 1, but this is so easy. Your creative abundance is coming in because, which will lead to more creative power. And you're doing that because last week you listened to us and got in that hermit mode for a little while, and you relaxed. There you go. That's it.
Short, sweet, to the point.
Yes, short, sweet, to the point. And there goes the book. I got receive. You are being asked to be open to receiving universal gifts. These could come in the form of love, money, compliments, healing energy, and universal wisdom. know that you're worthy of these gifts and open up to them. What also came out was the Two of Cups. So maybe lean into partnering and connecting with others to help you come out of your shell in that journey. Because I think that like partnerships and friendships, and this could mean romance too, and opening yourself to receive the gifts through those partnerships are going to help you.
I saw that.
What'd you see?
Somebody has a thought. Speaking of romantic partnerships, somebody has a thought. I won't reveal. But if you can tell by the look on my face.
Oh.
Somebody has a thought.
I'm confused.
That's okay. I hope Jonathan's not.
Oh, now I get it. Oh, okay. Ooh, my stomach's growling. I didn't know if you could hear that or not. It was so loud. Dang.
So,
Hello.
yeah. Apparently there's something that really needs to escape those vocal cords. Or wants to, and you're not sure whether or not to.
Maybe a serenade is in order.
A sweet serenade. All right. Polyamorous. You're it. Heart wide open. I love this. That's beautiful. Kind of looks like her too, a little bit. Anyway, living life on the defensive with a tough exterior may seem wise after past wounds. However, a guarded heart serves only to foster separation. Pain is part of the human experience, and you can't avoid the truth of your feelings without also dismissing the connection you crave. Be open, and love will find you. I know what that's about, and so do you.
Says pay attention. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you're being given, both the subtle ones and the ones that can't be missed. These signs will help you see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. The Chariot to me is a success card. Pay attention, open your heart, pay attention to the signs, and you'll have your success.
Enjoy the ride.
Well, I got that your heart is opening up and you're being very generous right now, and that generosity is going to lead to your peace and your ceremony and your happiness.
Can't make this shit up.
Follow the steps, man. Follow the steps.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Here we go, guys.
That's okay.
Fantastic.
If it was, you'll cross paths again.
Yes, when you're both more aligned.
Maybe it was just like, look, you paying attention? No? Oh, you forgot to get the note. Yeah, it's okay. It'll come back.
If he was the one, it'll come back around.
Yep.
Yeah.
So anybody remaining in the live chat, this is your last chance. We have 2 more slots open after the next 2 songs. And if you miss, we'll just give, I have a message for somebody, whether they ask for it or not. It's sitting on my table. I_Victoria with Sweet Child of Mine.
That is one handsome and talented man.
Yum. That's all I got to say. Yum.
Yum.
That was amazing. Of course, I was belting it out behind the scenes, you know, channeling my inner Axl Rose. You know.
Thank you, Victoria, for sending that in. That was amazing.
That was amazing.
A lot of fun. Okay. Nikki, you asked for it, and out of common courtesy, I'll give it to you. This was the card that was waiting for you. See, it knew you wanted a reading. Have you believed politeness means pleasing, even though true grace could never betray itself? It's time to rewrite the rules. You don't owe a smile, hug, handshake, or explanation. Kindness does not mean compliance, and respect should never invade your boundaries. Your body is sovereign. Choose yourself in small, quiet acts of resistance. Practice no as self-love as you choose yourself more each day. I don't need to say anything.
Nope.
You want to go, Diane? Are you ready? Or you want me to
You go for it.
All right. Well, I think she's getting there because she's getting her Queen of Swords energy. She's getting her voice. She's becoming independent, not being elitist, not being arrogant about it, just being confident in yourself. And that's going to that is bringing you luxury and inner peace that is starting to fill in some of the emptiness that you were feeling for a while.
Now, which one is that?
That is the Nine of Pentacles.
Nine of Pentacles. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was so small I couldn't see it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well-
Yeah, I forgot. I'm on this little thing today.
I got celebrate for you, and you're being asked to celebrate your recent accomplishments, no matter how big or small. Do something special to commemorate the moment. You deserve that and so much more. So to build your confidence, right? You need to beef yourself up a little bit and be your own cheerleader. So that's what I'm getting there. And sometimes that comes in the form of going back to that inner child and playing with the innocence that you have within yourself. This card was at the bottom of the deck and you saw me shuffling and it flew out again. So I guess this was it for you. Get
And
playful with.
Yeah, go ahead. Finish. That's what
No, I was going to say, get playful with it.
Yes. And be as kind and loving to yourself as you are to me.
And others.
And others, yes, but no.
And the innocent mask, it's not working anymore. You know what's underneath. One final message from me for the night, and this is for whomever needs to hear it, but I think that it wraps up the messages that have come through all night long. And that's Hollow Journey. You're following the script, the one you're handed, the one you've seen work for others, but borrowed paths rarely lead to soul-level fulfillment. If it feels empty, it probably is. Your truth, your voice, your way, that's what the world is waiting for. Just because it hasn't been done before doesn't mean it's wrong. It shows that your unique spark is needed.
That's a
My
message.
final. Go ahead.
It's a message for all of us.
Oh, yeah.
It really is, especially right now.
Yeah. And oddly enough, my final message was the King of Wands. Be honest and wise. Because a king who's not upright is opinionated and selfish. Be the King of Wands, honest and wise.
Bottom of the deck, worth. Know your worth. You're being asked to honor your worth. It can be so easy to feel that we aren't good enough or worthy of happiness. This simply isn't the case. However, you are worthy and you have inherent value. It's time to cherish yourself and see your true worth. That's really at the underneath.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Diane, for joining me
Yes.
tonight.
Thank you so much
for having me. Thank you for tolerating the yawning at the end here because
oh gosh, I'm so sorry.
it's so past my bedtime.
It's okay. It's all right. We appreciate that. We appreciate you extending yourself a little bit beyond your comfort zone.
Very much.
Thank you.
help us
Thank you
out.
for having me. This was so awesome. You guys are so amazing, and I loved hearing all of you and seeing all of your faces. So amazing. I love all the talent we have in this group.
It is
Thank
amazing, and it was a lot of fun. It really was. So, and Karrie, you're in my thoughts.
Thank you.
Hey, this is BrindeWolf.
And I'm Lunaria.
You're listening to Rise Awakenings, part of the Rise Radio Network where advice meets action.
We're here to spark your growth, lift your spirit, and help you crush your potential.
Rise Awakening, hear the call. Through the static, we break the wall. Your station, your voice where dreams awaken. Rise Awakening, now is the time. Rise Awakenings, let's rise together.